Hi everyone, Jax here, ready for episode 2 of Just About Everything. On tonight's show, we have Nicky Mariani, the stage manager for the Empire Revue. It's one of my favorite shows. Nicky is a superwoman and a role model that I've found in the Providence area, so I'm really excited that she's going to be on the show right now. And to start off, hello, Nicky.
Hey,
How
Jack.
are you?
I'm great. Thanks for inviting me to be a part of this. I'm
No,
very flattered, feeling very wonderful.
yeah, and I think it's so cool that you're doing this on your phone. My phone could not handle this.
I have to do it on my phone because to be honest with you, I had a production meeting for a play that I'm working on right after work, and now I have a review rehearsal in about 20 minutes. So I'm I'm squeezing it in.
Yeah, you definitely are a busy person. So again, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight. One of the things I want to bring up before we get started is that today we did find out that David Bowie has passed away.
I know.
And this is my homage to David Bowie. I just did some quick makeup as the Aladdin Sane cover. So I know Nikki is a big fan of lightning bolts. So it's you're Nikki Lightning, right?
Yeah, I am Nikki Lightning. Yeah, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
nickname.
So and did you like David Bowie?
Oh, very much. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very much. Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
could, yeah,
we
we could
won't.
talk about that the whole time, but
Yeah, we're not
it's
gonna
too
get too
much. It's too
sad.
much to say. Too much to say, you know?
Yeah, we're not gonna get too sad right now, and we're gonna start with the questions.
All right.
So the first one I have for you is why did you start working with the Empire Review?
So when I started working the Empire Review, which was 9 years ago, I think, or a little less than 9 years ago, show's been around for 10 years, I had not been doing anything performance related at all. And it was an opportunity that kind of came up. I was living at AS220 at the time, and I thought, this is one of those things where it's like, grab this opportunity and see where it takes you because it was something that I was really missing in my life. And so I knew Keith a tiny bit, friend of a friend, but I just thought, you know what, this sounds like a good opportunity to get back into something that I'd really been missing a lot. It's something I had done growing up, and then I just didn't do it for a long time. So that's why, yeah.
Okay. So you said you've been with Empire Review for nine years, about 9 years right now?
Yeah, less than 9 years, yeah.
Yeah, and because they are coming up on their 10-year anniversary this summer, which will
Yeah.
should be a lot of fun.
hmm
But how have you found the overall experience and the position in which you're in right now over the past 9 years?
Oh, I mean, I love it. It's definitely my favorite thing that I do. It's really like my top priority, in my life in terms of the work, the different work that I do. It's a standing invitation. It's a standing date in my life. Monday night rehearsals, first Sunday of every month. Those are, there's no budging that on my calendar. And it's just a great opportunity to meet people in the community who do performance work of so many different kinds. I've met so many amazing people doing the show. And as I've been involved with it longer and longer, I've become more involved. I've become more integral to the process, and that's been really um, exciting. Yeah.
Because you're not just the stage manager. I know that's your official title, and I think that is shortchanging you to so much because you are a sparkling beatnik, and I know you're one of the singers that they use a lot. So
Well, Keith found out that I know how to sing a little bit, and he started putting me in things, and it's fun. I mean, I love to sing. I love singing. It's my comfort zone. I'm not trained, but I love it, and it's super fun to work on writing songs, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of it. And if Keith tells you that you need to sing a song, you kind of just do it. You don't ask too many questions, you know.
yeah,
Uh,
one of my
but
favorite.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say one of my favorite songs that I found is the one that you had done in the anniversary, which was a repeat of a song that you had done before, where you're the stage manager and you're complaining about your cast and that the show will go on.
Oh, yeah.
Um, And you have a big part in that, like that song. That's your song.
It is. It's my anthem, you know. And so that came about. That was actually written for the behind the scenes show. And so we had this. And I mean, the reason it came about is because, like the Muppet Show, I have this sort of character. It's like we consider ourselves like the Muppet Show. And so each of us is sort of portraying a type. And so even though I am actually the stage manager, I'm also
The den mother.
the character of the stage manager too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So this goes into your likes and your dislikes, not to call people out or anything, but what are some likes and dislikes you have of the Empire Revue?
Of the Empire Revue. So it's easy to say that my likes are all the sparkling beatniks, especially as one of them just walked in the door. But that's definitely it's unequivocally true. My dislikes are, and I'm not going to say any names, but
People
yes,
who forget their pants?
no, that is surmountable, honestly, and usually we can turn it into something good. My major dislike is guest acts who are, you know, ill prepared, because we spend such a long time, we spend so much energy working on the show that it really bothers me when someone shows up to do a set and they're not prepared. And I just don't think that, I don't think that's a way to make art. You know, like even if you're only doing 5 minutes, make it your best 5 minutes. Don't mess around, you know. So that's what bothers me the most.
Yes, I think as Virgos, we both appreciate being very prepared. I have some experience as a stage manager, and I think that's part of the reason why I can relate to you so much, from just meeting you. And Nikki and I actually worked together on The Dean at the Dean, which was a Stu Wilson production.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to know each other a great deal working together on that show.
Yeah.
So you've done, the Fringe Festival, and you've done Empire Revue, you've done other things. What are you most proud of right now in your life, like accomplishing? And I would say I do want to know about an Empire Revue accomplishment, maybe, but also just your personal accomplishments that you're proud of.
I think as far as an Empire Revue accomplishment is forefront in my mind right now is we sold out our New Year's Eve show, and it was a huge success, and everybody who went seemed to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
That's so exciting. Personal accomplishment, in terms of thinking about making work, I think I feel very proud of the fact that I've arranged my life in such a way that I don't have to make work that I'm not proud of. I don't have to just take a gig to make money. I'm very lucky to do that. But, I have, it means I'm very busy, but I have the ability to take the jobs I want to take, So if I'm working on a show, that I believe in it. I didn't just do it for the money,
Right. Yeah. You definitely are in a position where you can pick the projects you want to work on,
Yeah.
and it shows because you put everything you do into the things you work on.
Yeah, and it gives me the energy to do it. And I mean, for those who don't know me, the reason I'm able to do that is because I also have a day gig, which I like very well, but it's that pays the bills, so I can do the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what piece of advice may you have for someone who's new, who's looking to get involved in the Providence art scene, or performance based or production based, either side?
Either side, the answer is the same, and that is to go to as many things as you possibly can. And there's a lot going on. You could fill every night with 2 events probably if you looked hard enough, and it's worth going to as many of them as you can. Number 1, because you're going to see a lot of great stuff. Number 2, because you're going to see some bad stuff and know what you don't want to make. And number 3, because you're going to meet everybody. It's a small town, and you can meet everybody. You actually can do it, and it's worth meeting all those people so you can really learn who they are, whose aesthetic you think meshes with yours, and and you can learn the kind of work you want to make here. But there's a lot of work being made here. More and more of it is happening, and I think it's very exciting.
Yeah, and that what you said is exactly true. I mean, I only came into this world in like February, really. Mm-hmm. Started moving faster in May, and so I post a lot of events on my page for anybody watching this, and through Providence Improv Guild and the Comedy Connection, I've met people, and then I've started coming into AS220 for a lot of events and found Empire Revue because of my improv teacher, Stu Wilson, again, who connected me with Nikki. So you can meet everyone, because at this point I've met a lot of people, great people in the Providence scene, and it's all just from meeting a couple of people and just asking questions and networking. So Nikki's very right with that. But outside of Empire Revue, what are your interests? What do you love? Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I love throwing parties and entertaining. I love baking. I was actually a professional baker for 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Worked at LaSalle Bakery. I worked at Pastiche. I worked at a bakery in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So those are some of the things I really love doing. I love spending time with my family and my friends. But I don't have a ton of free time. So, I do those things when I can.
Yeah, so I guess like the things you love are the things that you are doing on a regular basis.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, so I get that.
Yeah, definitely, totally.
Yeah. Hopes, dreams, aspirations for the future as of right now?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, that sounds very flat, but it doesn't feel flat to me. It feels like every month we do new and exciting things, and it's always exciting to see what we do. Obviously I always want to see our audience grow. I always want to see the people who come in to do guest acts grow and meet new people, and people who are new to town, get them come into the show, because to a certain extent seeing our show is actually a great way to get it's like a sampler plate of Providence entertainment, and performance.
Yeah. So can you give me your elevator pitch when you're trying to explain to someone exactly what the Empire Revue is for anybody who doesn't know?
Yeah. The Empire Revue is Providence's funniest variety show. It's been running for 10 years, and it's the first Sunday of every month.
But I feel like it's so much more than that, because when you try to explain to someone that the variety show they're watching is completely original and made the beginning of the month before until the show happens, it's hard to explain that to someone. But you guys do create all your own content, and you only perform it once.
It's true. Sometimes that feels a little sad too, and it's like it's over and we're never going to do it again. Although we do find ways to do things again. You're right. We do that. It feels a little. I don't know. I'm not great at promotion, I guess, in some ways. But in some ways, I feel like it's actually better to tell people that we did it all in a month after they see the show.
Right.
Because then they can really get the gist of what that really means,
So then their mind gets blown when you tell them, and they've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's my future ambition, is to blow more minds in the coming year.
Yeah, I've definitely been pushing for a documentary, because I am such a fan, and I know you and I know Keith, and I ask a lot of questions, and I still don't understand how you do it in a month. So, we
don't always know either. There's a couple of sparkling beatniks that have come in the room since I've been talking, and they're laughing at me right now.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah. So we won't take up too much more of your time. Can you plug the next show for me?
Yeah, definitely. So the next show is on February 7th, 8 o'clock, AS220. It's the 7 Deadly Sins show. We are also honoring our youngest troupe member, Sam Bell, as he crosses the threshold into adulthood. We'll be turning 18 right before the show. And it's going to be a super fun night. I say super fun because it's also the same night as the Super Bowl. So if you're looking for an alternative to the Super Bowl, it's a great choice.
So this is the anti-football party, perhaps?
I mean, not anti, just alternate.
Okay. I know you have to go. I won't keep you any longer, but do you have any questions for me, or anything you want to reveal in this interview that you might not have told anyone else?
That I want to reveal? No, I keep my cards very close to the vest. Why don't you tell me, how did you get to be so inquisitive? How did you come to be the person that you are, in terms of being asking all the questions that you do and meeting all the people that you meet?
Well, I think first most, I am a people person, and I think that's a big part of it. But I like to know it all. I like being a know-it-all. I like knowing everything. I feel like by knowing everything, you're empowered so that you can you can answer those questions and not have any problems and whatnot. So I ask questions because knowledge is power. So, and I like feeling powerful. So,
Good answer. Good answer.
yeah, well, Nicky, I want to thank you so much. You know how much I love you, and that I'm so glad you are now on my show, and you're my second episode.
Oh, it was great having me.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Send my regards to all the sparkling beatniks, and I hope they're as sparkly as they possibly can be. Because you know how I feel about unicorns and sparkle and magic and rainbows. So continue on with your great work. I hope you have a great rehearsal. But again, thank you very much. And if I can get one thing from you before you go,
yes.
And that's the out. The out is I need some peace signs.
I can give you one.
Yeah, I'll get one and a smile, and this is going to be the cover for the episode. So thank you very much, Nicky, and
bye.
And yeah, now you get to say goodbye to everyone. So.
All right, bye everyone. Thanks for listening to me talk about stuff.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
Nicky.
Jax.
And everyone, this is jaxadele.com. Every Tuesday there'll be a new episode. It's just about everything, and that was Nicky Mariani. And thank you for watching. Have a good night.